Today, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Sam Darnold and the New York Jets.
We are just about set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. A few moments ago, they raised the 12th man banner, and this place, as usual, rocking and rolling. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the New York Jets. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Returnable here for Davis. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Jets take over.
The Jets offense ready for their first possession, and they are led by the 23-year-old from USC in his third year now, quarterback Sam Darnold.
Year 3 now of Sam Darnold being the starting quarterback with the New York Jets, and as you might expect, some ups and downs along the way. That's what happens with young quarterbacks. Last year, 19 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, had to play through some sickness and injury, but the Jets really believe in this guy and showed it by upgrading their offensive line in order to get him more protection moving forward.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Darnold from the gun. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 4th down, rookie Braden Mann will punt for the Jets. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Check. Ready.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
C.J. Mosley.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
brings up second.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. It's a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got Lockett. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
If you know about the carport, the trapdoor's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
2nd and 12. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll give this to Bell, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. Now this throw caught left side, and they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
One of the first big plays we've seen in this football game, and could that be the play that gets this game jump-started? It's taken a while as both teams have tried to settle in. Maybe now the pace will accelerate.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Crowder's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Darnold to throw again. That's caught out left by Perriman. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell taking it in as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Brett Maher on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On first down, Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, he finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
4 yards.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Wilson will throw again. And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for Greg Olsen.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Again, Wilson. He's got this one complete to John Ursua. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. To throw again is Wilson. Over the middle, Dorsett. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Throwing again here, Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
first and goal at the 8-yard line.
So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half throwing the football by Sam Darnold. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
50 Cent, Mike, 50 Cent.
From the gun, it's Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They'll run it with Bell. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Benson Mayowa showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the 1st down sack. Darnold looking for his running back, and he's got it. Darnold, no gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a 1-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. 1-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
Complete.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
Wilson's pass.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Throwing now is Wilson. Open man is Ursua. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. He's back to throw. Left side, it's Dorsett. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Returnable here for Davis. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Davis on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. A deep ball for Dotson. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick.
Darnold's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 29.
Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. This will be a jet sweep to Crowder. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
3-yard gain.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Darnold, his first throw in overtime. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the Jets punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. First throw in overtime now for Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
On first down, Wilson. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Three yards remain for second down. Here's Carson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They run it with Carson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the...
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. On second down, it's Carson, and he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Patrick Onwuasor on the tackle. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least 1 more OT to decide it after this. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And in double overtime, this needs to be a good one. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This being their second opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I'll tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
On 2nd down and 4, Darnold. And his throw is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doctson. And it's 3rd and 4. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And 4 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. It's brought in by Doctson. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Bell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Darnold. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. A first down throw, Darnold. Completes it right side to Doctson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
25 yards.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
To throw, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
4th down.
One overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their second timeout here.
Brett Maher for the Jets field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and we will play on here in overtime. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll drop to throw. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Chris Carson, the ball carrier.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On third down, Carson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. This to win it in overtime. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and we will play on here in overtime. New York set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Bell. And he spins past him and into space. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Carry there by Le'Veon Bell, and he's just trying to get back to the form he exhibited in Pittsburgh when he was one of the top backs in the NFL. In 2019, though, no games over 100 yards rushing and only 3 games with 20 or more carries. The more he touches it, the more effective he is.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Bell. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Face mask. Defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
Final score.
But we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.